Hello, hello, hello. I just want to get on here and show you quickly how I make my delicious fried chicken. Okay, first of all, you want to take your favorite cuts of chicken. I personally like chicken breast and chicken legs. You're going to take your favorite cuts of chicken that you want to fry. Make sure they are thawed out, and you're going to put your chicken into a bowl. This is just a bowl for video purposes. This is not the bowl that I'll use. I'll show you that in a second. You want a bowl big enough for how many ever pieces of chicken you're going to cook. Have your chicken already thawed out. Place your chicken until your bowl that you're going to use to do your brine. That's the key to having delicious, moist, and seasoned chicken. Once you have your chicken cuts, again, make sure they're already thawed out completely. You're going to place them into your bowl. And what you're going to place over that chicken is going to be Goya Adobo all-purpose seasonings. Goya Adobo all-purpose seasonings. You want to season liberally. You're not going to season like when you're just sprinkling to just fry your chicken right off. Since this is a brine takes a lot of seasoning. So I'm going to say I probably used maybe about a quarter of a cup of this seasoning. Basically, you just want to heavy hand it. And you're going to sprinkle that all over your chicken. And once you got it sprinkled up really good with the adobo all-purpose seasoning, then you're going to take tap water and you're going to fill it to cover your chicken. Okay? Once that's done, you're going to put your chicken in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours or longer if you like, and it's going to brine, and it's going to make the chicken so moist. Now, this is the other key to success. Once you bring your chicken out of the brine, you're going to take your chicken and lay it on some paper towel and let it drain for about maybe 15 minutes because it's going to be wet from being in that water so long. And what I mean by wet, it's going to be a different type of wet because salt draws out excess water. So you want to make sure you put your chicken on some paper towel, let it drain. Now, this is the other key to the delicious chicken. Just take you a Ziploc bag, gallon size, put you some all-purpose flour, and into that flour mixture, remember again, all-purpose flour, you're going to go to your second Goya seasoning, the Goya Total Seasoning. You're going to take this one and you're going to sprinkle as much as you like actually into your flour. I probably shake it about 5 or 6 times. I don't know how much that is. I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I think I need more, I'll even go 6. So you're going to put that in your flour. Black pepper. I personally like using peppercorns because I think it tastes so much better because you're grinding the black peppercorns fresh. Garlic powder. If you like garlic, use a lot. If you just want a hint of garlic, use a little. I like a lot, so I kind of sprinkle liberally on that too. You just have to kind of play around with it to your taste. Last but not least, I use onion powder in my flour. So once again, all of this goes into your flour. And you do not need an egg or anything. That's it. You're going to take your chicken that has drained off and you're going to just put it into your flour. You're going to make sure it's coated. And I use my trusty deep fryer back here. Make sure that your grease is hot. And that's the other key to getting that crispiness. For my deep fryer, I usually start it out on 350. And then once I submerge my chicken pieces into my deep fryer, then I turn the heat down to 325. If you're using another kind of pot with oil, just make sure that your oil is hot, and you can do a tester piece. You can take like a little piece off of your chicken and drop it in there. And if it instantly starts to bubble and fry, you know it's ready. If it doesn't, then your grease isn't hot enough. That's the key to your chicken coming out really, really crispy. So make sure your grease is hot or your oil is hot. And then you're going to put your chicken in there. And then another thing I do once I'm cooking that chicken, if I'm going to cook it for just say 20 minutes, then every 5 minutes I flip it over. So therefore both sides are getting crunchy, and also is making those juices redistribute every time you flip it and turn it. So if you're cooking it 20 minutes, that means you're going to turn it over 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it makes your chicken cook evenly too. Now, with the magic of television, or should I say YouTube, I happen to have some chicken brining. I'll show you. All right, this is my bowl that I have already. And just 1 second here. I already had some chicken brining, and I have 2 breasts, and I think you can kind of see where the water is up over. This has been in here actually for the 2nd day, so I'll actually cook this tomorrow. You can brine your chicken up to 3 days if you want to. Here are my chicken breasts that are currently brining. So they've been sitting in here. The first batch that I did, they brined only for 24 hours. This is into the 2nd day, so this is 48 hours. So I'll probably cook this tomorrow or no later than Saturday morning. Another trick you can do too, if you decide that you brine your chicken for a couple of days, because the longer you brine, the more that flavor is going to go in there, and you decide, oh, I don't think I want to cook my fried chicken now. Take your chicken, make sure that it's well drained, and put it in a plastic bag and put it in your deep freezer. And then all you have to do is when you get ready to cook that fried chicken, pull it out, throw it out, and you're ready to go. Normally I do a lot of pieces at one time, which is what I've done, because once you've got your brine going, you don't want to waste that good old brine. So I normally do, like these chicken breast pieces were absolutely huge. I just happened to do 4 pieces because that's what was in the pack. And see, this one is huge too. They're just big pieces of breast. That's why I like breast, because you can take your breast meat too and you can slice that and make it into tenders, or if you want 3 pieces or 2, because see, these are huge. I've got big hands, and look at there. Huge pieces of chicken, very meaty. That's what makes it come out so juicy too, because there's so much meat in that breast. The key to it though is have your hot oil, and make sure you turn it over about every 5 minutes so it cooks evenly. And then make sure you've got your paper towel ready. Again, you see how that brine is covering that? All that good old seasoning off in there. Okay, that's pretty much it. Very simple, very easy. And like I said, if you decide once you brined it for at least 24 hours or even 48 hours that you don't want to cook your fried chicken, put it into a freezer bag and put it up in your freezer. And another thing too, if you don't want to fry your chicken, I like to barbecue my chicken too. It still has that same intense flavor, and it's juicy and moist. And then you can either roast it off in the oven and then put barbecue sauce on it at the last maybe 15 minutes of the cooking process, or basically however you want to cooking. It's just you're locking in that flavor. For Thanksgiving, do the same thing with your turkey. Just get you a big bowl. And some people go to the dollar store, and I'm saying some people because I've done it before, and they've got like these pan things, and I use it as a bowl, and I put my turkey off in there, or turkey breast, and same thing, put a whole bunch of that seasoning on it. And if you don't want to use this one, you can use regular salt, but this one has all kind of flavors in it. It has salt, garlic, oregano, black pepper, and turmeric. Flavor is off the chain. It just tastes like if you go, to get chicken out. Delicious. You can use it on anything. And it's even got the little picture: hamburgers, fish, steaks, and chicken. Very, very good stuff there. And then don't forget this one for your flour. Check out that whole Goya line. Just go and look in Walmart or whatever your major store is in your city. Go look at that whole Goya because I use all kind of Goya seasonings. Let me show you one more I use and we'll end the video. I also like to use this one. Another beautiful, wonderful Goya product. I use this one when I'm making like my pinto beans. And they've actually even got, voila, your beans on the back. But I like this one to use for my beans. And, oh my God, my pinto beans, red beans, whatever you want to call them. It makes it taste absolutely delicious. It makes it taste like your grandmom cooked some So check out Goya seasonings. All right. This was a subscriber request. I hope that this was an easy video. And by all means, when you get ready to make your chicken, I would love for you to make sure I get your video. So I'll be watching and I want you to give me your feedback on how it turned out. All right, be blessed and have a wonderful, great, and blessed night.